Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'll be making some southern mac and cheese but with a twist. I am using some chipotle peppers and some bacon. And yep, let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm about to boil my macaroni noodles. My water is already boiling and then we're going to work on the custard. Alright, so now we're going to work on the little custard. This right here, I honestly thought I had picked up the chipotle pepper so I could, remove the seeds, add the juice, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I have the salsa, and the salsa is pretty hot. Don't get the salsa. Get the chipotle peppers in the can. And all you want to do is use the juice. Take all the whole peppers out and use all the juice. So since I made a mistake, I'm going to just use 1 tablespoon inside of my custard. That's all I'm going to use because this stuff is pretty hot. And in my pot already I have sour cream. I'm going to add my carnation milk, a whole can of carnation milk. My last southern mac and cheese, someone told me that they made this without carnation milk and my recipe still works out for them. So if you can't get a hold of carnation milk, I think just milk will be perfectly fine. Now I'm going to add my milk in. Garlic powder. A little black pepper. You're going to add half of your mozzarella cheese. I'm using 3 different kinds of cheese. You're going to add half down in there. And half of your sharp cheddar down in there. You're going to put this on the stove and heat it up. Do not boil this custard. I know someone's going to do it. I feel it. I know someone's going to do it. And I'm just going to accept it. But do not boil this. You want to heat it up. As in everything melted together. And then you're going to taste it to see if you need salt. And then we're going to add the eggs and the butter. Because I don't want to taste this, with the eggs in it. So taste it before you add your eggs and your butter. Alright guys, so my sauce is nice and heated through. I'm going to add my butter down in there. And I'm also going to add my eggs down in there. My beaten eggs. Now you're just going to mix this up just to combine. The cheese is making it nice and thick. Like, look. Yes. Look at all that cheese. I can't. You're going to keep mixing this until combined. And now we're going to pour it all over the noodles. Alright guys, so I have a combination of sharp cheddar cheese and Munster cheese in cubes in my skillet with my macaroni and half of my bacon. Now I'm just going to take the custard and pour it all over. Pop it in the oven. We're going to pull it back out, cover it with cheese, and put it back in. I'm going to mix it up to combine. Smells amazing already. Alright guys, I'm going to pop this into the oven for about 40 minutes and then I'm going to pull it out, cover it with cheese, and then we're going to brown it up on top. I am going to cover the mac and cheese. You can leave it uncovered. I might leave mine uncovered, but yeah, about 40 minutes on 350. Alright guys, so I pulled it out the oven after 40 minutes. I covered it with some more mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese. I also topped it with my remaining bacon. The mac and cheese is not as hot as I thought it would have been. So what I'm going to do is like make little dots with my chipotle salsa. Or if you have some more juice from your chipotle pepper. And just dot it. And what this is doing, it is going to have more flavor, but it's also going to help with presentation once it cooks up. So people can know that you have some kind of heat down in here. Pop this back in the oven and then you're going to bake it off until the cheese is nice and melted and bubbly. And you need to let it sit and chill for at least 20 minutes. before you go into it. This is what the mac and cheese looks like fresh out the oven. For video and recording purposes, I am going to cut a slice out of it and let you guys see it. But by right, you really need to let this cool down before you eat it so you can get the full effect. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. And this is what it looks like, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Bye, guys.